Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing? Hello. Okay, so I did not get up here to keep you up all night. I came up here because, as promised, I was going to be up here on Tuesday night and we were going to talk about self care. So, I wanted to first introduce myself. My name is Brittany, for those of you that do not know me. I am the Lady B of Lady B's Expertise, and I am your sex and intimacy coach. And I'm so excited to join you all tonight. And I do thank you all for joining me. I am not sure if any of you all have gone live lately. I will say that Facebook has definitely made some changes, and um, I am getting used to it. But hey, I'm excited. Are you excited? So I have my notes. I always try to keep my notes because I try to stay on track because sometimes I might just wander off a little bit. But I did want to make sure that I had my notes ready to go over everything. For those of you that weren't aware that I was going to be coming up here, it's fine. This is the first week, so you haven't missed anything yet. Um, as of right now, I will be coming up here on Tuesdays and we will be discussing the topic of the month. And this month is self care. So every Tuesday, I will be up here to discuss something about self care. This week, we are doing stuff more so on the outside. We're just going to touch the surface. And then each week, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay? So I hope that, you enjoy tonight and that you are excited about coming back next week. So let's go ahead and get started if you're ready. For those of you that are here, if you could just share with somebody that you feel that could use some information about self-care. You see that they're constantly taking care of somebody else other than, themselves. They're always with their children, single parent. They're drained. They just never think of themselves. Then you need to send this to them. Whoever that person is that just came to your mind, send it to them. If it's you, thank you for coming. I hope you watched it to the end and join me every week. But I know more than anything what it's like to never think of yourself. Never take time for you because you always taking care of everybody else. Again, if you don't know me, I am a mom of three amazing girls. I told you all this in a video before, but I don't have a problem, saying it again because I'm proud of my girls. Um, so I have three amazing girls and all different age ranges. I have a teenager, y'all, and I also have a toddler. So I'm experiencing different things. I've worked with teenagers before, but I think there's a difference between working with teenagers and actually having one of your own. I definitely know that because if it's somebody else's child, you get to send them back home, right? So um, that is one of the things that I do feel that when you're parenting, you kind of forget about yourself. It's so easy just to get caught up in the day to day and just never think about when was the last time you did something for you. When's the last time you took time to relax and not focus on what need to be done around the house, what laundry need to be done, what needs to be cleaned, what who needs to eat. It's hard. So I really do feel that self-care is very important, especially for those that are always taking care of others. And even if it's not a child, as a caregiver, if you're taking care of someone else other than yourself, it's easy to forget yourself. So again, if you know anybody that falls in this category, go ahead and share this now. but I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Oh, and let me go ahead and tell you, if you think of anything you would like to ask, any comments, in your please put them in the comment section. Okay, so again, tonight we're going to do self care. We're going to focus on the outside and then work our way in. Truth of the matter is, when it comes to self care, it is definitely more to it than just what you look like. It's not getting your hair done, nails done, and all that, and that's it. It's so much more. But tonight we're going to start there. Why? Because when you feel good, when you look good, let me say that first. When you look good, you feel good, right? And at the end of the day, we all, we don't want to admit it sometimes, but when we like what we see, when we like what we see in the mirror, then we feel good. And we like for other people to like what they see as well, because it gives us that boost of confidence. So again, when you like what you see, when you get up, you get dressed and you put your clothes on, you done your hair, you walk different, you talk different, you act different, you just move differently. Your whole mindset is different. So it just becomes, natural for you to feel beautiful, for you to feel confident, for you to just radiate and just feel good. And ultimately, self care is what making yourself feel good, because sometimes we get down and we don't feel the best and we just, oh my goodness, we're dreading the day, right? And if we could just get up and get our clothes on and get our day started, then that's the first thing of it all. So one thing I can speak on is the pandemic. The pandemic changed everything for everyone. Correct. You either continue to go to work and you worked in scary situations, or you didn't continue to go to work and you either lost your job or you started working from home. And I was one of those ones that started working from home. And so for me, working from home meant that I don't have to get up super early because the kids are no longer going to school. Um, I am no longer having to get up and get dressed and drive to work. So at this point, it's set my alarm in time enough to get up so I can, you know, just get my coffee if I want to get my coffee and turn my computer on so I can start working. That's what life had become. Just so I can start working. Still got on pajamas. Someone is being honest, right? Didn't even brush my teeth. Okay. But I made a change. I realized quickly that that was not the life for me, because I found that I was starting to dread getting up more and more. I just wanted to be in the bed. I didn't want to, get up and put any clothes on because I wasn't going anywhere. So what am I getting dressed for? But at the end of the day, I got a man at home. So, um, Brittany, you need to look like something, right? Because you need to look like something, because you need to feel like something. You need to feel like you something worth looking at. So I changed that up and I started, getting up and getting dressed. And when I tell y'all, that made a world of difference. Like getting up, getting dressed, I started, moving different. I started feeling different. I started just being confident. And I just I just liked who I was again. And you don't realize how much that interferes and play a part in things. So just changing that mindset that, oh no, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I gotta get dressed, you know, just like I'm going to work. And that's how you get your day started. You move just like you got somewhere to go. And it changes your mindset. And then you continue to want to get up and want to move and want to go out. And it just puts you in a better mindset, in a better place mentally. So self-care can be as simple as just getting up and getting dressed. You know, yes, you may be, stay at home mom and you don't have nowhere to go today, and you just sitting around in pajamas, everybody in pajamas. But if you're doing that all the time, you stop caring and your mood starts coming down, and you just, that vibe is off, that happiness, that joy is starting to kind of die down. Another thing is we may wonder, okay, so self-care, what they have to do with intimacy, right? What does they have to do with any of that? Well, it has a lot to do with it, because if you think about it, when you feel good, you act different. You're happier. You are that person that, you know, want to be playful and everything else. And when you don't feel good, then things are different. So when you get up, you get dressed, you feel good, you acting different, your partner sees that. Your partner becomes more affectionate. And the confidence, comes because your partner is now giving you compliments, and just becoming more touchy feely, right? They may show signs of being aroused or whatever. And y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear my background, but it's a storm. And I still made it, y'all. I still made it because I couldn't let y'all down. But it's a storm out there. Wind is up, rain and all. But anyways, um, your partner, is there. They're wanting to be next to you because I'm sure you remind them of what they fell in love with, right? They seen you walking all pretty and everything else, and you are showing that. You're giving that off now, that energy, right? And you also giving off those vibes, right? So you give that off and everything, and it just changes the way things go. And to be honest, when life is right here and you feel good and life is going good over here, the kids are acting good and everything's good, the sky's the limit. You feel amazing, right? But you think about when you really ain't in the mood for anything. You ain't got dressed, you ain't done nothing, you just ain't combed your hair, you ain't done nothing, and you don't really feel like being bothered. That's when your partner is doing stuff to just get on your nerves. Them little things that just get on your nerves. And your kids are doing all those things that get on your nerves. And then they want to sit up under you and do those things that get on your nerves. Everything just bothers you. But have you ever stopped to think that maybe it's your mood that has everything bothering you? You paying attention to the things that bother you because you already bothered. And so you just feel like everything's bothering you. And you trying to create a reason why that's bothering you and why you bothered and everything else. So it's best to just start with your outer self. Lift yourself up. Feel good about yourself. For me, personally, I love to get my feet done. I love to get my feet done, and the reason for that is because those are the moments where I can just relax. I know everybody can't relax when they go get their feet done, but for me, I like to put my headphones in and I like to sit back and just enjoy it. Those noise canceling headphones when you can't hear everybody else talking. And who cares if they talking about your feet? Who cares? You relaxing. You are there to relax. So that's what you do, okay? You do you. You relax and you enjoy, the rubbing on your feet and everything. Make sure you pick out your polishes ahead of time because you don't want them interfering with that time and asking you about your polishes. So you go ahead and pick them out ahead of time and you just relax, enjoy. I like to listen to breathing exercises. I like to listen to affirmations. I just like to listen to motivation. I like to listen to something positive, something putting positive energy into my brain that doesn't, make me feel like I got 15 million things to do. Nothing to remind me of all the 15 million things that I have to do at home. For that moment, I just want to be me. I still had kids, but I'm not mommy at this moment. I am Brittany. That's all I am. I ain't nobody's nothing. I'm just me. And I like to enjoy that because we all know pedicures don't last forever. So that's what, 25, 30 minutes? Okay, so yes, that's my time. That is my time. Another thing that I noticed with myself that has changed, like that changes my vibe, my mood, when I curl my hair, y'all. Yesterday I had a messy bun. I still feel cute. I'm not gonna lie to you, but curling my hair, I'm telling you, it does something for me. Curling my hair is everything to me. I love doing that. And one last thing that I recognize for me, for my outer, is I've never been a lipstick person. Never. Like, lip gloss was about max that I was going to do. Every once in a while, I got the one that had a little pink tint to it or something. I thought I was doing big things, right? But I started getting into candy coated. Um, and as a bedroom candy consultant, of course, like you have to be a product of your product. Okay. So I was like, let me try this lipstick. Let me try that out a little bit. Let me see. I can't be pushing for lipsticks and stuff if I can't even wear them. I don't. So let me just see. Y'all, I don't know what it was, but it changed something for me. Like, I really do feel that makeup, hair, all that stuff, it really can change things. Um, it shouldn't be a all be all thing, but if that's you, do you. But it's not me. But I'll say that the lipstick, here and there, for me, it's like, what color am I wearing today? Because it gives you a different mood. When you have on certain colors, you feel a certain way. So it's like, what type of mood am I in today? We got lipsticks that's named like Fierce, which that's what I have on now, y'all. Because I needed to feel fierce to come up here on this live because I couldn't miss y'all, right? And it's almost 10 o'clock. I normally be trying to lay down by now, but I was like, no, I'm going up here. But anyway, so you got your stuff like Fierce and Illicit, right? Illicit is the black color. Now, if you really feeling, in that vibe, that's me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who you want to be today? You gonna be powerful? You gonna be, you know, nasty, freaky, sexy? Just what are you gonna be? What's your mindset today? And so I feel like lipstick, it can really set that tone for you. Set the tone, and that can be something that you know it lifts you up. You choose your lipstick, and then that can be something between you and your partner, some secret message there, right? So that's what your self-care has to do with your intimacy. Okay, that's how they both go together. So that's just for anybody that asked. But again, I didn't come up here to talk all night. I really just wanted to tell you all that your outer beauty, it does affect your inner beauty sometimes. It's what makes you feel beautiful on the outside that can affect your inside. Because when you feel confident, you feel good, then it shows. It radiates. You smile more. You're just happy sometimes. That joy. It does change things. So that's where we started at. Next week we're gonna go a little bit deeper. So you have to join me next week to find out what that is. Um, if anybody have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I can go ahead and try to answer those for you. If you don't have any questions now, or you are just not ready to ask questions publicly, that is fine. You can message me privately. I will be more than happy to answer those questions. What I would love to do is post them in our on our page with the answers to them, but I will not use your name. I promise. They will be completely anonymous, but it would be great because sometimes you may have a question that somebody else may have as well. So I like to go ahead and put it out there. Um, Also, if you're not already, make sure that you like and follow me on Instagram at Lady B Sexpertise. And like and share this video with somebody that you feel that could use that information. I am here again as your sex and intimacy coach, and I look forward to continuing to work with you all, continue to come up here and chit chat. I do want to make some changes in the future. I'm thinking about switching over to Zoom, but we'll still stream here. But Zoom will allow you to be in the conversation with me. So if you have questions right then, we can have a conversation with each other. So then I'm not just the only one talking. But that is all I have for tonight. I do again thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday. Bye.